So instead of binge watching the cat videos or endless YouTube shorts, you can shift here to the educational short. Problem solving will be there.
Mhm.
So it was there, it is there, and it will be there
Will be
for
there, yeah.
uh,
Hey everyone, welcome back to Think Big with AI podcast. With your support, we are aiming to become the number one data science podcast in the world. And I hope you enjoy today's episode. In today's episode, we'll have an exciting conversation with Himanshu, an ML engineer at Intel, and he will be sharing his data science journey with us. So thanks Himanshu for doing this. That's on a weekend. And
yeah.
everybody would want to know about your background. How did you end up in data science? What did you do? So yeah, we'll discuss that in today's. But first of all, congrats on joining Intel, and let's
Thanks,
hope
Piyush. Yeah.
you do some incredible work here as well.
So hey everyone, I am Himanshu Upreti. Right now, I am a machine learning engineer in Intel. Previous to that, I was working in Qualcomm as a machine learning engineer, and I have completed my master's from IIT Bombay in 2020. So yeah, that's quite a short introduction about me. Yeah.
Got it. So it's quite a short intro. So if you would want to maybe elaborate on how did you decide that you would want to go in the data science domain? So during your college days, what happened? Did you go for an internship, or maybe while you took a course, you decided, okay, this is something that I like, or what happened that made you think of going to the data science side rather than going to a traditional software role?
I would say the IIT Bombay plays a major a part in that because previous to that, after completing my bachelor's, I was mostly a system kind of guy, keenly interested in network and operating system. So I was hellbound to go to the system side. But then, and even I didn't, in the first semester, everyone in IIT Bombay was rushing toward machine learning course, and I skipped that. I don't know
Okay,
why, but
okay.
I skipped that. I went for my passion at that time, that is operating system and networks. But in the second semester, I wanted to explore new things, so
Mhm,
I just
mhm,
took one course from I mean, there in IIT Bombay there is a shopping period for every course, right? So you sit in that course, you see how this course is, what is the structure of the course, how the professor is. So I took one course
Got it.
from
Just one point, because you use the term shopping period, because a lot of people might not know what a shopping period is. So could you give
oh,
a
okay.
brief idea regarding what a shopping period is?
So in in the start of every semester, you have some window of 7 to 10 days where you have to select your courses for that semester, right?
Hmm.
And to decide which course to select for the rest of the semester, in the first 7 days, you can go and sit to any course. So
Hmm. Hmm.
the timetable of the course will be shared to everyone,
Hmm.
and based on that timetable, if it is suitable for you, you just woke up and go and sit in that class and understand what the course structure and everything is. And in the starting days itself, the all the professor will only be discussing this course structure and everything.
Okay,
Nothing major
okay.
will be happening. So
Got it.
that period before there is a freezing of the course happening, that
Hmm.
period is usually called shopping period of the course. That you go to the college, you sit in n number of classes, then
Hmm.
you decide, okay, I want to take these 4 or 5 courses,
Hmm.
and that's how you proceed in that semester. So that's the usual procedure in IIT Bombay. Basically in the early days, the prof will tell you the intro of that course, what
Okay.
this is, what this about, what you can get from this course, everything. So I find it interesting. Okay, let's try something. So I
Hmm.
have already taken my networks and OS courses in the first semester. In the
Hmm.
second semester, I took this an introductory course in machine learning by Professor Amit Sethi in electrical department. You can go
Oh.
to computer or electrical department courses anywhere,
Hmm.
right? So yeah, I found it interesting, and I found it so interesting that in the same semester, I took the advanced machine learning course also from Professor Sunita Saravagi in computer science department.
Okay, so in the
So
same
I
semester, you took the intro as well as advanced.
and it's a, yeah, correct, as
Okay,
well as
okay.
advanced. So there was some issue. Even the prof raised question. Okay, you cannot take the advanced course because there is some prerequisite that you need to take foundational course before.
Hmm.
But kind of, there are group of 8 to 10 people, so we kind of convinced the prof. Okay, we are already taking this course. in another department. So then, yeah, she agreed, and yeah, so that happened. So
Okay.
that's how I got into machine learning, and I
Mm-hmm.
found it quite interesting that in the subsequent semester I took an R&D in computer vision and
Mm-hmm.
completely shifted to from a system guy or OS guy to a computer vision or deep learning guy. So
Got
yeah,
it.
in next semester I took a R&D,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes me and for R&D again you have to give interviews to the prof.
Mm-hmm.
uh, right. The prof will ask you some question, prof will
Mm-hmm.
tell about the project that he's doing or he's having.
Mm-hmm.
So the at that point of time I had to decide which place to go, because I am
Okay.
interviewing with the NLP profs also,
Mm-hmm.
and I was interviewing with the computer vision profs also.
Got it.
So then I decided, okay, let's try computer vision. If
Mm-hmm.
something goes up south, I will then switch to
Switch to
NLP,
NLP.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the CV, I really hit it off with CV, and then yes, that's how I proceeded with the computer vision domain.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So that is how you got into the computer vision domain. And okay,
Yeah.
so once you started with that, did you like it in the initial phase itself, or it took some time and then you started liking it? Or you were just fascinated by the application and you thought, no, this is something that I would want to do.
Yeah, correct. So, it see the main point of me not taking any course in the first semester of machine learning is this only, because I was kind of unaware uh, to this field,
Mm-hmm.
and I was not I can say I was not thinking openly, and at that point of time I was not seeing the wide applications of this field, right?
Got it.
Because I am quite interested in operating system, the system design and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in the second semester when I give it a try, the thing that really hit it off is the real world application only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are doing such kind of thing using machine learning and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that made me switch this path, right? Okay, you can see some good real world application.
Mm-hmm.
There is no comparison between the application of some other domain or this, but
True, true.
yeah, that real world application is something you is really fascinating, right? You can see a small neural network deciding which image it is,
Yes,
and
yes.
then a real world application goes
Mm-hmm.
to number plate detection and everything, all those things. So it become really fascinating, and that's how that's why I stick with this. I would say that, oh, okay, no, this is really good. Oh, I am really finding it interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and and I can really see the real world application. So that's, and my master thesis then again also goes to the application of computer vision in the medical domain. Again, totally real
Totally
world.
different.
You are applying computer vision in the medical domain, detecting diseases on the x-rays and doing so many things that, okay, you have not even thought ki, okay, uh, you will be really helping people, something like this, right? So you
Got
can
it.
directly see uh, the impact and the
Mm-hmm.
applications of this, and that's keep me interested in this field.
Understood. Understood. Okay, so given that this is how you got interested in the field, what do you think is the skills and qualities, or maybe essential skills required for anybody entering this field? So if they would want to maybe dive down into data science, it could be a ML engineer, it could be a data scientist, it could be a data engineer. But what are the real essential skills for somebody to actually go inside, or maybe just join it, or maybe excel in this field?
Blessing in the curse, this mathematic part of this machine learning and deep learning.
Mhm.
Happily for me, I would say I took some good courses in my bachelor's for probabilistic and statistics. So things are little bit intuitive to me. The maths of that was little bit intuitive to me.
Got it.
So if someone wants to really see that if this is the field for him or not,
Mhm.
him or her or not,
Mhm.
you can really go over the maths of this if
Mhm.
you are getting intuition of how this math is working and how this math is getting applied to the real world,
Hmm.
that's where you can, I would say, you can continue this way. Definitely there
Understood.
will be
Understood.
up and down in this course, but or in this field, but it's something that is kind of essential. So
Hmm.
I would say the skills that is required for this complete uh, machine learning or deep learning domain is, first thing, you need to have kind of a intuitive mind that you can, because you cannot visual actually see what neural network is learning.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just a bunch of
Exactly.
number and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
need to be intuitive.
Hmm.
Secondly, you need to understand the math and linear algebra or stats.
Got
So
it.
if combine these two things, you can, yes, you are good to start with this domain. I would say you can skip other subject, you can skip computer architecture, network, everything. If you are good at these two things, intuitiveness and the maths, you are
Hmm.
good to go.
Okay. Okay. So that would be something essential if you're good at it, or maybe if you really wanna maybe go
Yeah,
in that
not
domain, you can
not
actually
even
start.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only good, not even good. If you are interested, if you are
Yeah. Yeah.
interested in this, the maths and understanding the intuition of the maths and how the maths is working, you can easily go over the
Okay.
even the latest trend, whatever coming, you can easily understand those research paper and everything.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So so if you're curious in that, if you're interested, if you're willing to learn, that should
Yeah,
be a
correct.
good point to
Yes,
start. Okay.
yes.
Understood. Got it. Okay. So Himanshu, this brings to our core section of the episode, which is the interview process. So, given that you may have faced a lot of interviews in your career, so what kind of interview process is there? So, what kind of rounds are there? How did you prepare for it? What are different rounds? What should people think about while preparing for a specific round? And so on. So, could you
Okay.
maybe give some idea on that?
So for the recent interview process, I guess in Intel, first there was a
Mhm,
resume screening or a little talk with the HR.
mhm,
Then there was a hiring manager screening that is
mhm,
mostly telephonic. Then there was a technical screening again,
mhm,
that is face-to-face video, online video call only, but
mhm.
that is mostly resume based,
Okay.
and there was one small problem solving kind of round.
Mhm,
Then the formal round started. So I guess round one was problem solving, pure
mhm, mhm.
problem solving and DSA. Round two was problem solving plus C, C++.
Okay. Okay.
Round three was C++ and Python.
Mhm.
And round four was ML, DL, Gen AI kind of thing.
Okay.
And round five was the managerial round.
Mhm,
So five main rounds and
mhm.
two or three screening rounds. So that was the
Understood.
standard procedure for Intel at this designation or post. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And when you go about these rounds, what was your preparation strategy? How did you prepare for something like this? Or somebody, if they want to go through this interview process, how should they go about it? How should they prepare?
Okay, so the preparation strategy for it depends on the job requirement and
Mhm,
everything, right?
mhm,
So you need, I would say, you need to prepare uh, for what the recruiter or the company is asking for.
mhm,
You need to first align yourself to that. Right. So I would discuss about this machine learning engineer role. So this machine learning engineer role is usually a mix of data science and software engineering,
mhm,
that you
mhm.
are expected to do data science kind of work. You need to understand the model, the architecture of the model. You need to do fine tuning here and there. You need
Mhm,
to
mhm,
maybe train some model here and there.
mhm.
Plus, you need to know the in-depth detail or some kind of software engineering part so that you can work. So this machine learning engineering comes where there is a software stack that is supporting learning model. So,
Mhm,
for example, someone developing a PyTorch code itself,
mhm.
you can call him a machine learning engineer, because someone working in the PyTorch code need to know what the input or what the model is,
Exactly. Exactly.
and how your PyTorch or the framework make changes or enable or run this model to the CUDA or whatever
Got it.
backend there is, right? So this is the mix of something. So for this, I would say you and usually the requirement that I have seen in the current market trend is that not just Python. Apart from Python, you need to know C, C++. Why? Because in this machine learning role, or this is more you can say related to the systems and
Mhm, mhm,
kind of connected to ML compiler and everything. And
mhm.
there comes the need of C and C++ also,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So the preparation strategy would be this. Definitely, you can say the problem solving will be there.
Mhm.
So it was there, it is there, and it will be there
Will be
for
there. Yeah. Yeah.
since ages. And yeah, and that's kind of you can say in the big companies, since the project is quite big,
Mhm,
so you need this kind of expertise and someone who is versatile to do different kind of things, right? So that's why the basic benchmark or clearing thing is problem solving. So
mhm,
you can start with lead code. There are plenty of there is also a standard 75 hard problem, so you can
mhm,
start
mhm.
with this. And yeah, I would say there is so many study material now in on YouTube that
Exactly.
you can
Exactly.
go over. So instead of binge watching the cat videos or endless YouTube shorts, you can switch there to the educational shorts, and that's kind of okay for DSA. Then one needs to focus on the C, C++ part also,
Mhm,
that you need to understand a little depth or advanced C, C++ concept like smart pointers, move
mhm,
semantics.
mhm,
And these are kind of the all-time favorite for the interviewers. So
mhm,
smart pointers, move semantics, virtual keyword. So
mhm,
most of the good interviews revolves around this only.
mhm,
Then comes the Python part.
mhm.
I mean, that was kind of round three in my interview process, the
Okay.
Python and C++,
Mhm,
where again the all-time favorite for the interviewers will be the decorator.
mhm.
uh, what are mutable, non-mutable data type, what are generator, those kind of things.
Okay.
They
Okay.
need some kind of little depth in-depth detail of Python. And
Mhm.
then there can be more advanced questions like on threading and multiprocessing library, and
Got it.
what is GIL, etc., etc.
Mhm,
So problem solving, C, C++, Python, and
mhm.
then comes your domain base. You can say
Got it.
whatever you have written in your resume
Mhm.
mixed with the latest trend or the machine learning concepts,
Got
right?
it. Mhm,
So yeah, so in my case, it was t- totally on transformer,
mhm,
and uh, in and out of attention, different kind of attention, what is attention,
mhm,
different types of attention, and everything.
mhm,
So if since my resume was related to Gen AI, so the whatever latest trend that there was, the
mhm.
interview round completely went in that direction.
Okay. Okay.
So
Got it.
that's the kind. So so I would say then become there are four pillar for machine learning engineering. That
Mhm,
is DSA,
mhm.
C, C++,
Okay.
Python, and the
Okay.
domain.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. That was actually a very elaborate answer. Just one quick point here. So, in the interview round, did you ever face something like a business case study or maybe something on those lines?
No, for machine learning engineer, I
Mm.
think that is not the case,
Okay.
because it's more of a, you can say, software development, but with machine learning. So
Understood.
you are kind of making a good scalable systems.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
the question can go, the interviews can goes to the scalability of the design and everything,
mhm.
but not in the business case domain.
Got it. Got it. Okay. 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 Got it. Understood. And that actually has some distinction based on the designation that you're applying for. So maybe
Correct, correct.
certain roles might have, maybe an analyst role might have, maybe an ML engineer might not have. Got it.
Yeah,
Understood.
correct.
Okay. So Himanshu, okay, this brings to the last section of the episode, and this section is something like, let's suppose somebody is going for an interview round and they have only 24 hours to prepare, what are the top five things that you can think of that is a must for that round? So it could be any round, but what are the top five things that somebody should actually go and brush it up again if they want to excel in that interview?
Yeah, I would say this depends on the domain which you are applying for, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For example, if you are again going to pure data science or data science slash ML ops is
Mm-hmm.
again a new field.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are going in that domain, so I would say review all the training paradigm, training strategy, and way to
Mm-hmm.
optimize the model.
Mm-hmm.
That's standard for ML ops and data science or model fine tuning kind of domain. If you
Mm-hmm.
are coming to ML compiler kind of, it's something that is related to ML compiler or little in depth of these accelerator or even NVIDIA GPUs kind of domain. So brush up, you cannot leave C++. Brush up
Exactly.
smart pointer, move semantics,
Mm-hmm.
and other advanced C++ feature.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, there will be again the must have is problem solving and data structure
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
and the linear algebra or basics of probability. So definitely, uh, interview interviewer will start from something big and it will go to the basic and will ask you these things as a follow up question. It's only so
Got.
those are the, I can say, you can brush up these things in the last 24 hours. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
to get yeah to excel in your interview.
Got it. Got it. Okay. That would definitely be helpful for a lot of people to maybe actually brush it up if they have not as of now. But this one, so that was the last section. But that's one question that I have started asking in the recent episodes is what do you think? So based on the progress of LLMs right now. So when I say LLM, I'm not talking about just chat GPT. I'm talking about a multimodal. It could be video generation model. It could be voice, anything. So given the progress right now for LLMs, what do you think is the future? So, what kind of future of LLMs are you seeing? So it's we are tying up a lot of things with LLM, or okay, I'll just keep it open. So, what do you think is the future of LLM?
I think yeah, I think I recently read some article that now some large language model is able to mimic the brain of a rat, right? So you can see the vast applications
Mhm,
and vast uh, uses of these LLM and
mhm,
how this Gen AI is increasing. We are actually coming in the domain of artificial generative intelligence, right?
mhm,
That now you have a LLM which can mimic the AI brain rat or mimic kind of the researchers have developed AI brain rats
mhm,
with the use of these LLM, right? So the you can say uh, a generic intelligence will be soon I can say can be achieved, and definitely this will again skyrocket the stock of these big
mhm.
player everybody knows about, right? So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
now still there are so many things to be done,
Mhm,
uh, but I am not seeing any limit to it. So with the recent finding and recent paper in CVPAR, so there things are come more and more applications of these LLMs and large language models, and or not just LLMs, right? Even SLMs or small language models are performing also good. But the application of the thing is the world is now completely moving towards a artificial generative intelligence, generic intelligence kind of thing,
mhm,
that these models will be able to do most of the basic and monotonous kind of work
mhm,
quite easily and quite efficiently.
mhm.
So yes, that will be the future. And as a human, definitely we need to be more advanced and kind of we need to be prepared for this kind of future.
Exactly.
That's yeah, my take.
Exactly. And because of this, there would be a lot of new opportunities in the market as well.
Definitely.
very specific to an LLM side of the role, or maybe something on those lines.
Yeah, correct. I think now AI or machine learning or deep learning kind of uh, should be should be quite common. Earlier, you were saying we were seeing this AI and machine learning domain as a separate domain.
Yeah,
Now
yeah, yeah.
this should I can see in the
Hmm.
coming days the this knowledge of machine learning and AI will should be and will be taught quite early
Early, exactly,
in the
exactly.
education system or whatever.
Yeah,
So right,
yeah.
so that can so everybody needs to know about AI. Everybody will benefit from the AI,
Mhm.
and you need to you cannot just avoid this domain, or you cannot
Exactly.
just ignore this domain. You have to go hands in hand with this domain.
Yeah.
So that will be definitely the future.
Okay. Maybe a fundamental course would be a prerequisite for every other course, maybe on those lines. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I definitely I can totally see that happening. Yeah.
Got it, got it. Okay. So this wraps up today's episode. And thanks for doing this and taking time out on a weekend, Himanshu. But maybe in future, if you are maybe doing something else, or maybe you are doing some research work of yours, or maybe you are planning to build something of your own, we'll have you again on the series, and we would love to have a conversation with you again. But thanks for
Yeah.
doing this and taking time out. This will definitely help a lot of people out there, and especially college students as well. Just one thing, Himanshu, I would want to ask. So, you have spoken and you have told a lot. And now, because I've seen what kind of companies are there currently, what kind of roles are there, there are not very limited people, but a lot of people are not working on ML compiler. And you mentioned that you have some background around that. And people do have queries regarding that as well. So, how is ML and ML compiler related? What kind of things are there and how should they prepare for it and what kind of domain that is? So just in a way that if suppose somebody is interested in that, and if they want to know more regarding that, could I tag your LinkedIn profile below? If they have some queries, they can directly reach out to you, because you would be the best person to tell them how or guide them regardingly in that domain. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So this is I would say in my interview process or different HR that have reached me out on LinkedIn, I
Mhm,
can say there is a little bit trend shift from just uh, data science, the demand for just data science engineers
mhm,
or just a person who knows ML or want to work on ML ops.
mhm,
There is quite good supply of those kind of people. All right.
mhm, mhm,
And for ML compiler,
mhm.
this is kind of a new domain.
Yes,
You can see
yes.
the PyTorch has introduced dot compile in 2.0 itself,
Mhm,
right? So earlier to that, the ML compiler was already there since 17 or 15 or something,
mhm.
but it was not so trending, not so in demand. So
Yeah.
what's happening right now, right? Everybody, so the foundational models are there in the public, and you
Mhm,
can get some open source foundational model, but those are again big models, right?
mhm,
You either you need to have that kind of good resource or that kind of NVIDIA chips to
mhm.
run that big
Exactly,
model,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
or you do something intelligent. So
Mm.
this ML compiler comes where you want to do something efficient and intelligent, that I want to run big model, but I want to do it in a economic way or resource
More
efficient way.
efficient way. Yes, exactly.
There's comes the role of the ML compiler. What ML compiler usually does, it compiles your neural network model and
Mhm,
optimize it
mhm,
somehow that it requires less resources, maybe in terms of compute power, or
mhm,
maybe in terms of memory. If you remove any these of reduce any these of two, you will reduce the power consumption.
mhm,
And now power is the next money in the domain of this LLMs and AI, Gen AI, that you need to run the your servers or your cards
mhm,
day and night to uh, answer the queries of the customers, right?
mhm,
So there is there comes the requirement of ML compiler. So there are plenty of ML compiler. One can explore and look into MLIR or GlowIR, right? These kind of things. But I would say during interview, if
Mhm.
you have some kind of experience in that domain, then only you will be asked or you will be expected to know all these the in-depth detail of ML compiler.
Got it.
Else, a basic understanding of LLVM compiler
Mhm.
and an advanced feature of C++ would be sufficient for getting a role in the ML compiler, because the ML compiler is also you can say a trending or quite new field where companies are right now just not looking for someone to be expert in that, but
Mhm.
willing to learn, and they are happy to give you trainings. So
Okay.
that's the right now scenario that I have seen during my interview process. And if
Mhm.
you say that, okay, I am a machine learning or data science engineer, but
Mhm.
I am good at C++ and I am keen to work in that, the companies which have this kind of stack or ML
Yeah.
compiler kind
Yeah.
of stack,
Yeah.
they are happy to take you. That's
Got it.
the recent trend in the market, I would say.
Got it. Got it. Thanks for a detailed answer. And I would definitely urge people who have doubts, they can directly contact you on LinkedIn and maybe you can
Yeah,
help
sure,
them
sure.
more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing this. And yeah, that ends our today's episode. But would definitely love to have you again in future when you're doing something else, maybe your research work, you can talk about your research work, or maybe you have something of your own. But yeah. So till next time, thanks for doing this.
yeah. Thanks, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Himanshu.